All babies, I'm back with another video, back with another performance review, and today I got the OMN1S, Kawhi Leonard's first signature shoe. Now we're going to go ahead and start with the traction. The pattern is classic herringbone. You kind of have it sectioned off into different pieces. There's one piece that kind of goes diagonal on the medial side. On the lateral side it goes straight side to side, and on the heel it's kind of just straight up and down. This is a translucent, full-length translucent rubber, and to be honest, how it performed, really not that great. It has nothing to do with the pattern itself, but everything to do with the rubber compound. Now Nike and Jordan has perfected the translucent outsole. Whatever they did on the Jordan 29 translucent outsoles, that's what every company needs to do. You know, this translucent rubber definitely attracted a lot of dust, and it made it super slippery, and I had to wipe really often. And there was a break-in period where it was super slippery, but once you got past that, it still was really slippery, and you still had to wipe a lot, even though it was just a little bit better. So there's nothing wrong with the traction pattern itself. It has everything to do with the type of rubber they used, and hopefully they come out with solid rubber options on different colorways, but definitely this is something that they need to work on, and it was a little bit of a letdown for me. So we're going to go ahead and move on to cushioning. This is the first New Balance hoop shoe I ever tried, and I guess the cushioning setup they went with is called Fuel Cell, and I don't really know the technology behind it. Like I said, this is the first New Balance shoe I ever tested, but as far as feeling goes, it's pretty firm. You know, you're not really gonna get a lot of bounce. It's not like a foam, you know, like Boost or like Lunar Lawn. It's really kind of in its own space. If I absolutely had to compare it to something, it would probably be just like, you know, a better Fine Line. You know, I wouldn't necessarily compare it to Bounce from Adidas, because I really don't think it's as comfortable. But it's not a bad setup at all, you know. It's low profile. You know, you get a lot of court feel with it. And I personally thought the impact protection was adequate. You know, my feet were definitely not hurting at all after wearing them. It's just a good cushion setup. And if you're a guard, I think it's going to suit you better. And for bigs, you guys might want a little bit more cushioning. Moving on to materials, the OMN1S has a full-length woven upper. This is very similar to what Nike did with Flyknit and what Adidas did with Primeknit, as far as putting support behind the woven. It may be a glue, it may be a fuse like plastic material, but they need to do that because basketball is a super high-paced sport with a lot of change of direction. So the upper needs to be able to hold all that lateral force. So there is a glue or something behind it supporting the woven, which makes it a lot more stiffer than it originally is. But obviously that's needed. The tongue area is a different kind of woven. It's a lot more breathable, it's a lot more stretchy, and it felt really good on foot. The materials weren't exactly form-fitting, but they weren't necessarily uncomfortable at all. Once you break in the material and the shoe really gets a lot more softer, the materials really feel great on foot. So overall, the materials I really did enjoy after I broke them in. However, inside the shoe, there was a really bad hot spot on my left foot, on the inside of my arch. And I believe it was because of these pieces right here, these synthetic pieces right here. One of these pieces kind of rubs raw on the inside of your arch. I only experienced on my left foot and nothing on my right. On the right, I was completely fine. But on my left foot, I got some pretty nasty blisters because of these. I'm not sure if you guys are going to experience the same thing. If you guys do, let me know down in the comment section below. But overall, I can't really complain. The materials were really nice. For lockdown, you're going to be really contained. Once you put your foot inside the shoe, you're really not going to go anywhere. I honestly didn't really feel like I need to lace super tight to feel contained in the shoe. The lacing system just works. It really draws back your foot into the back of the shoe, into the heel. You have a heel counter that you really can't see for side-to-side movements. And if you put your foot inside the shoe, you could feel that the back is sculpted. So once you're in there, you're not really going nowhere. Lateral movements, you're covered because the midsole also comes up to continue laterally and to help out with the lockdown of your foot. And that helps with the support as well. You know, those kind of sidewalls also keep the foot contained to prevent you from rolling over. So for fit, I went true to size. I feel like a similar thing to Adidas where the shoes kind of run a little bit long. So I had a little bit, a half an inch. So next time I buy a New Balance shoe, I'll go down half a size. Overall, this is a very solid performer, and I feel like this was a really good first shoe back into the game for New Balance. And I feel like for marketing, they picked the perfect guy, Kawhi Leonard. He's probably the hottest player in the NBA right now. The only thing for me personally that was a letdown was obviously the traction. I wish the traction was a lot better. And it could be a lot better. It's just the translucent rubber, it's just not going for me. It just attracted way too much dust too quickly, and I just had to wipe way too much. But if they fix that one issue, I feel like this is a very solid performer. And honestly, let's talk about aesthetics real quick. This is a great looking shoe. This is a great looking basketball shoe. You know, in this all white colorway, you kind of had that tan leather strip. And honestly, if they smacked a swoosh on this, y'all would be going crazy over these. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to stay updated with me, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Instagram at anti.ays. Link will also be down in the description box below. And I ain't got much more to say. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Why you act so sweet? Why you act like you wanna be with me?